Hello, welcome to the show. My partner has lost his voice.
You
like to carry over
you
now?
actually managed to do an introduction. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Hey everyone, welcome to Wealthy Minds Decoded. This is Minesh Bindi.
And I'm Andy Shaw. And you might have noticed that we're drinking out of plastic cups because we're at Manesh's office.
This is the first diss. This
Go
is
for it.
everything. Go for what? Welcome to my office. We've switched over from Andy's house. We're gonna go for some Lebanese food later.
Looking forward to it.
And yeah, welcome to the office. Let's get on with the show. I don't know. What, do you want me to say anything else? Is there anything
everybody?
Yeah, we got
yes.
Pete here. You need to talk a bit louder because the mic's all the way over here. So.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
I should be fine. I'm sure they can't give you any feedback because it's being recorded, but I'm sure it'll be
It's not
fine.
live, yeah? There's not going to be anybody there going,
Manesh.
yes, I can hear you.
None of that, mate. Yeah. So
Go
yeah,
for it,
on with
mate.
it?
Go for it. Let's
Okay,
go.
section 1. What separates a wealthy mindset from a poor mindset?
Okay.
A poor mindset believes it is in reaction to a situation, whereas a wealthy mindset believes it creates situations. Fire away, guys.
Okay. So I think one of the biggest drawbacks is that people that are not in control of poor people generally feel like they're not in control of what's going on, and what this screws up is their ability to influence their surroundings. What do you think?
What, is that your best shot, is it?
No, I was just trying to open up the conversation.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do much better.
Right, okay then.
The
Then I can admit, yes, that was my best shot.
that a poor mindset is constantly reacting. Yeah, they're reacting to what's going on around them. They think they need luck to get things to happen. You know, it's relying on luck. You know, well, I might be lucky enough to find the right person. I might be lucky enough to win money in the lottery. My business might be lucky enough to succeed. I might be lucky enough to come up with an opportunity. You know, and they're living their entire lives reacting to a set of situations that comes along to them by leaving it open to them needing this to happen outside of their control. Whereas a wealthy mindset knows that everything's within their control, and you might get a situation where something goes slightly wrong or something like that, but that's just, you manage it. You're managing the risk. It's risk mitigation.
And more importantly, I think a wealthy mindset knows that if a situation has come along that is negative in people's minds, it's their creation, which means they can create something else.
Exactly. Yeah. You notice it when it's like if I see something bad come along and I've done it and I think, oh yeah, what did I do wrong to create that? Yeah. So I spend my life looking at, if I've got a bad situation, I think, right, okay, how did I create that?
For example, it's like a recent exhibition that you took part in, which was, terrible.
What do you mean terrible?
It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. We had a bet based on a business statistic, and it was absolutely terrible.
Manesh won his first bet against me, right?
Right. And that you knew that you manifested that awfulness, so you could.
No. Would you like to?
I think you manifested the dark side, Manesh.
For you guys, yeah.
You did.
So you're saying I'm in control of your manifestations, yeah?
No,
That's a
saying
poor
you created
mindset
a
right there,
paradigm
isn't it?
shift within the universe, which affected us.
That's
very
how powerful
badly.
I am. Thank you very much.
Darth Vader.
No, it's quite an interesting point actually. There was we went to this particular show, and the main point of this particular show was to find an answer to something. We didn't really know what the question was. We knew there was something. What's going on here? I'll start, and you two fall about laughing. What's this?
Nothing, because
He's lost it completely. I wish we could show you what it looks like.
he's gone red.
He's gone
His glasses
bright red.
are off. He's crying right now. And I'll tell you why. Because Andy, through this foolish creation of his, had to make Pete stand there for 3 days. Going through the suffering.
2
And
days.
that's why Pete is crying now.
We basically had this. We needed the problem with online business is you never know why. God. Honestly, this subject.
It's a very sensitive topic.
Pete is actually crying with laughter. Pete, would you like to come round and share yourself with the camera
No,
so
not
that
at
people
all.
can see that we're not joking?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Right, okay. Well, shall we move on to something else?
What was
Because
funny, I think what you said was we needed an answer to a question that we didn't know what the
No, we had a
question was.
feeling there was an answer we needed. We didn't know what it was.
Right.
And you remember I said this to you on the second day. I said, look, the reason we're here, the first day, the reason we're here is to figure out why people say no. You know, to find out objections, because you can always find out why people.
You had
said
a lot
yes.
of opportunities for that.
We did. And by the end of the first day, the next day, I had a shower in the morning, and I thought, yeah, that's it, and I got it, and I got my answer, and so it meant I could go back and redesign my sales funnel to perfectly,
Eliminate any barriers.
Yeah, eliminate the barriers. I got what I needed to because I got a face-to-face meeting, and so.
And you believe that you created that, so the
exactly.
effect of it was, okay, I created this, so I can create the next thing. Where somebody in reaction would have gone, this is a
awful.
crap show.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm never doing this again. My business probably is never going to work again, etc., 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 etc. Right, which is all rubbish.
Yeah, quite agree. Okay.
Now, some key points we realised in the show was that we met a lot of very wealthy people that were happy to buy the book because they actually appreciated they needed some help in some area. There was a weak link in their business. Whereas the poor people we met, they couldn't see they had a problem. They had nothing to fix.
Oh, that was true, yeah.
Yep.
So there were some big lessons to learn there.
Yeah, it's very true. I hadn't looked at it from that point of view. You're quite right there.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next section, yeah?
Yeah.
What can we do once we have a successful mindset?
Okay. And read the subject, which is...
Would be really
Do you
helpful.
need that as well?
No, we'll just make it up. That's why we have a
What you
director
don't realise,
for no reason.
what you don't realise is before the show we wrote all of this out for
but we
Pete,
don't
and
really
about
need
5 or
the
6
next part,
times he
'cause it
went,
sort of
I don't
repeats
get
the
this,
first
I don't
part.
get this. And Manish went, right, it's really easy. Pete, you read out number 1.
Okay, I'm going to read out the first part and the second part, and when everybody realises they're exactly the same, you'll wish you'd just shut up and got on with it. What can you do when you have a successful mindset? Once you have a successful mindset, you can focus on creating situations you want in your life.
Exactly. That's so important because when you...
So you can't put that, you can't read that and like make it into a sentence then.
It's boring, mate. I said it was rubbish, but then you can never write anyway, could you?
Yeah, the show's disintegrating into
Finished.
into
Can I
heckling.
try and save
Yes,
this?
you can.
Right. Try and save this.
Go for it.
Right.
I'll let that try
Mesh
go,
has
mate.
just bought a Bentley that does 3 miles to the gallon.
And he's depressed at the
Not
the
depressed.
really bad gas mileage he's getting. Sorry, carry on, mate.
You sure you guys are done? Yeah? Okay, cool.
Maybe.
Maybe. Right. When you have the ability to say and take responsibility that every situation that shows up, you created it. So when we deal with investors, if something goes wrong in the market, what I say to people is, how did you manifest that? How did you create that? Because now suddenly, if the market has started going down, for example, and you can say, right, I manifested that this situation that I'm in by screwing up on my analysis of my investment in this department, the next time you won't screw up and you've learned a lesson from it. And what this does is it allows you to just get laser focus on the result that you want rather than just focusing on whatever's going on in the marketplace.
Yeah, you're not hanging on to
Exactly.
your the bad things that have happened. You're not stuck in the mud, stuck in the past, and trying to justify what's your poor decision. You've just let it go because you're able to just spend your time focusing on creating what you want to happen. So okay, well, whatever lessons come from it, it's like, well, that was good, that was good, that was good, that was bad. There's no attachment to it. There's no high or low. It is what is. It's just acceptance of what is. And what you're able to do then is you can just focus on creating what you want, as opposed to fighting to try and justify your poor mistake for poor decision from the past.
And you can continuously sharpen your armor, which is where most people screw up. Is that they'll enter a situation thinking that they know what they want. They'll miss the opportunity to sharpen their armor, and they'll continue repeating the mistakes again. Whereas if you know that in your analysis, for example with investing, in your analysis you screwed up at a particular point, next time you won't do that and this situation will never happen again. Well, most people say it's the market's fault, it's not me, so therefore the market will continue doing that to you. That's what it allows you to do.
Correct. Okay.
That was pretty quick. What are we
So basically, what you're saying is the difference between the wealthy and the poor. I just want to, just go over this again for the viewers, and of course, the poorer mindset is more of a product of the environment, and they're pretty much happy to be there, and they're stuck in that position. And the more wealthy mindset creates its environment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, the wealthy mindset creates their environment
and responds to it, and takes responsibility for the response.
You look at it, and it's all your creation. So therefore, whatever happens is good. Whereas the poor mindset, if something that happens that actually holds them back, they look at it and think, well, this is bad. Whereas the wealthy mindset thinks it's all good.
What's the next part?
Okay, section 3, guys. Case study, a bad mindset or cultural analysis. Today we cover the culture of people seeking the ideal partner.
This is pretty cool, and it fits perfectly in, as if we'd thought about it, into what we've discussed. Whereas what happens is, when people are looking for their ideal partner, they will come across people, meet new people, date them, even marry them, whatever. And that all of those situations, they'll be in reaction to. So they'll think the next one can't be any better. So they limit themselves constantly on their actual progression to finding their ideal partner.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the failings of society. As people get older, the more they leave their childhood behind, the less chance there is of them finding their ideal partner. So they go out with somebody, and they've got another relationship under the belt. It hasn't worked, so they haven't taken the experience away from it, which was, okay, well, I don't like a person who doesn't wash his socks enough, or I don't like a person for whatever reason it is. They don't take the positives out of it. They take the negative out of it, and the negative out of it is, well, I've now had 17 relationships, and I still haven't found my perfect partner. Therefore, I'm never going to.
Yeah, well, something must be wrong with me.
Yeah, it's obviously there's a fault with me. Instead of looking at it from
fine tuning, like we just said, sharpening your skill. It's like, I don't like a person who smokes. That's me personally. I had to go through an experience to actually learn that. So now it's just done, and the next, there's no.
But there's no. You're not sitting there thinking, well, the
I'm
only
person's
going to be in my life is going to be somebody who's she's perfect. She just smokes. Because how would that help get the ideal partner? You can get what you want from life, but you just have to know you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And the trouble is that most people, the more time they spend on it, the less chance they're going to have of getting the ideal partner. And society, their friends, and of course they've got all their friends around them who also haven't got their ideal partner, who then, when they're having a sticky relationship or there's a problem of any sort at all, they'll go to those people and seek counsel from those experts on finding an ideal partner, and guess what? It won't work. And this is a culture that I've seen being built into society, and it gets worse by the year. When I was brought up, when I left school, it was obvious that I was going to find my ideal partner. Now, it's obvious that it's going to be a struggle to find the ideal partner.
Yeah, it's whatever you can get.
Yeah, whatever you can get now. It's like, where did that come from?
It's like, I think it's also a disbelief thing. It's like, we don't believe that we can actually, again, a wealthy mindset believes they can create the situation, but why don't we believe that they can do that with the ideal partner in life? I don't know how it works. Like, for example, I did my design on my ideal partner, right? And there's 187 different points, parameters, points, whatever you want to call it. And what I actually worked out, I got fascinated because I'm a geek about this sort of stuff, is the magical ability for the universe to actually bring certain things and create the situations for you. So I started looking at what's the probability of this actually existing, like that from a logical point of view, right? What's the actual probabilities? So to work out the probabilities in simple maths, you just got to do it's 1 over 187 for one of those things to actually exist in one person, and then for 2 of those events to exist in one person, you got to do 1 over 187 times 1 over 187, and then for 3, it's just times it 3 times. To get 10 of these events to happen in one person, the probability of this actually happening is 0.203 zeros 69758. It's an impossibility, and yet the closest I've come is 97% accurate. This shouldn't be happening, but with
how does it work then?
So how does it work then? It's simply through the belief that you can create the situation. It will happen. Goes against all physics, all bullshit that everyone learns about, that nothing can happen, etc., and it will happen.
The problem is, if you think it works on the doubt basis. If you doubt it can happen, you'll be right, and if you know it can happen, you'll be right. I know it can happen, so therefore I'm right. If I doubted it would happen, then I'd be right. So you can have whichever one you want, but only one of those two is going to serve you. Yeah. One of them's going to keep you trapped, keep you stuck in life, keep you repeating the cycles of going through another partner. Oh no, they're not the right one. And one of them's going to find you the ideal partner. It's a choice, and that's it. That's it. You have to choose, and then you just design what you want in somebody.
One of the reasons why we picked sort of this ideal partner to actually discuss is, it's funny how people believe they can create, and I was like this, people believe they can create whatever they want in business, whatever they want in their finances, whatever they want in their health, whatever they want in every other department except the ideal partner department. I don't know why people have that belief.
It seems to be a cultural shift has happened at some point where it's, for some reason,
it's what you can get.
It's like, well, somebody goes through a divorce. Now, we were looking at a case study earlier, and this lady's gone through a divorce. And she had a lovely house, and now she's having to sell that to obviously pay the other partner off, and she now wants to be able to afford that house herself, or a similar house like that for herself, without a partner. Well, what's going on there? Well, she now doubts that she's going to be able to find the partner. So that's the real problem here, because that doubt's
reacting to the situation rather than forcing and demanding what she actually
wants, right? Which is, she wants the house and the partner, right?
But because of the hurt and the pain,
she's now got this bug in her mind that's basically saying, oh well, you're probably, they're not reliable, they're going to let you down, that sort of thing. So while you've got those doubts going on, guess what you create that. Okay,
I think that covers it pretty well.
Okay, guys,
is that all right, Pete?
That pretty much rounds up that episode for today.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Make sure you leave comments, feedback, go and file in the post regarding this episode on. You're right.
Yeah.
Go find the post regarding this episode on wealthymindsdecoded.com. Leave your comments, leave your case studies. We'll be happy to look at them and help you with everything. Right. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.